We are here with the news of Nepal joining the International Space Station by successfully launching the country's first satellite from NASA. Justice Dungana, alleged of irregularities in setting benches, demanded not to be appointed as Supreme Court Justice on ethical grounds. Thapaliya endorsed for Chief Election Commissioner. The second phase of the gigantic Lok Sabha elections in India kicks off amid multiple raids involving what the authorities say is a cash for vote scam in Tamil Nadu. And Tottenham Hotspur stunned Manchester City to enter into the Champions League semi-finals for the first time. Liverpool also makes it to the last four, defeating Porto. Nepal has entered into the global space age by successfully launching its first satellite, Nepal Sat-1, at 31 minutes past 2 this morning, Nepal time. The launch of the satellite took place in the Mid-Atlantic Regional Spaceport at Wallops Flight Facility of Nepal Academy of Science and Technology, NAST, on the Virginia's East Shore in the USA. Nepal Academy of Science and Technology initiated the launch of the country's own satellite under the BIRDS project of the Japanese Kyushu Institute of Technology. Nepalese scientists Avas Maske and Hariram Shrestha developed the satellite in a year and a half with the technical help from Kyushu Institute of Technology. The BIRDS project has been designed in association with the United Nations, aiming to help countries launch their first satellite. Nepal Sat-1, with the Nepalese flag and the logo of NAST printed on it, will be kept at the International Space Station for a month and then will be sent to orbit the Earth. According to NAST, Nepal Sat-1 will be in the lower orbit some 400 kilometers away from the Earth and will hover the Nepalese orbit for 5 minutes every day. The plaintiffs who had filed charges against 5 of the judges nominated to the Supreme Court attended a session at the Parliamentary Hearing Committee earlier yesterday and have urged the committee to not endorse candidates who are morally unfit for the positions and who have been recommended without following due procedures. One of the plaintiffs, Anju Kumari Dahal, has filed a case against Judge Prakash Dungana of the High Court. Dahal has claimed Dungana as morally unfit to serve at the Supreme Court and has accused him of paying officials to take cases in the same bench and blackmailing, among others, while serving at the High Court. Plaintiff Dahal burst out in tears while clarifying of her accusations against Dungana at the session of the Parliamentary Hearing Committee. Likewise, other plaintiffs have deemed law practitioners Manoj Sharma, Hari Fuyal and Kumar Regmi as unfit and incapable of delivering justice. The plaintiffs questioned and challenged the committee on how Manoj Sharma had been nominated for the Supreme Court when he does not even meet the requirement of 15 continuous years of law practice. Another plaintiff, senior advocate and former president of the Bar Association, Sambhu Thapa, urged the committee to hold the endorsements as the constitutional processes had been compromised during the recommendations of these candidates. The ball is now on the court of the Parliamentary Hearing Committee. It is up to the committee to now carry out any necessary investigations and make rightful decisions to avoid letting its role be limited to a formality. Meanwhile, the Parliamentary Hearing Committee has endorsed Dinesh Kumar Thapaliya, who was recommended for the post of Chief Election Commissioner. The meeting of the committee held at Singhadarbar yesterday unanimously endorsed Thapaliya as the Chief Election Commissioner and Vishnu Maya Oza as a member at the National Inclusive Commission. The outstanding audit amount of Karnali province has been found to be comparatively less than 6 other provinces. As per a recent report unveiled by the Office of Auditor General, the public transactions in Karnali province showed only 0.07% of outstanding amount in the current fiscal year. According to the annual report of the Auditor General, the province 2 government had the highest outstanding amount. The report has mainly raised questions over the house rents mentioned by the office bearers of the Karnali province government. Likewise, some irregularities have been witnessed in the inauguration expenses of the Raura Karnali Tourism Year program launched by the provincial government. Welcome back. Dispute has surfaced between the Federal Education Ministry and the local levels regarding the appointment of teachers at community schools. The Education Commission recommended for the permanent appointment of 14,000 teachers after the government asked to make permanent the temporary community school teachers through an internal competition after having amended the Education Act. The responsibility of the appointment of recommended teachers was assigned to the District Education Development and Coordination Unit. However, Suryodaya Municipality of Ilam corresponded with its schools not to collect attendance of the teachers, citing no coordination from the Education Ministry during the appointment of such teachers. Bhimad Municipality of Tanahu and Bhaktapur's Madhyapur Thimi Municipality also directed not to collect attendances for the teachers who are to be paid by the municipalities, but the municipalities themselves were completely ignored during the appointment procedure. The elected public representatives at the local levels have raised concern over the government's violation of the provisions of the Constitution and the Act related to local administration operation that have arranged for the education up to the secondary level to be the responsibility of the local government. However, the Education and Human Resource Development Center has said that the teachers were sent on the basis of existing Education Act, as the Federal Education Act is yet to be introduced. The center has said that there is no need for unnecessary debate as the temporary teachers were sent as permanent. Voices had already been raised against transforming those who had got jobs as temporary teachers based on political affiliations and nepotism to permanent teachers. Conflict between the two levels of the government has now reached a level higher after the local levels rejected the procedure and returned the teachers. It's now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's the question. What's your take on the local levels barring permanent teachers from signing in the daily attendance? Your options are A, exercising authority, B, lack of coordination, and C, ploy to recruit their own people. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And it's time now for the sports news.
Sports news.
After an astonishing encounter at the Etihad Stadium, Tottenham Hotspurs reached the semi-finals of the Champions League on away goals following a 4-3 defeat to Manchester City early this morning. Tottenham had won the first leg 1-0 and progressed after the tie finished 4-all on aggregate, and will now play against Ajax Amsterdam for a place in the final against Liverpool or Barcelona after one of the most remarkable matches in the competition's history. Tottenham were protecting a 1-0 lead from the first leg, but an opening 21 minutes of chaotic brilliance saw City lead 3-2 on the night as both teams exchanged goals at will. In another match played early this morning, Liverpool set up a mouth-watering UEFA Champions League semi-final date with Barcelona as their vaunted strike force proved too good for Porto. The Portuguese side trailed 2-0 after the first leg and gamely sought a way back into the tie early on. Yet the gig was effectively up when Sadio Mane struck first in the 26th minute, timing his run perfectly to tap in Mohamed Salah's cross. Liverpool have advanced to the semis after a 4-1 win at the second leg and 6-1 on aggregate. And it's now time for our special segment, Glorious History.
On 17th of April 2014, Colombian author and Nobel Prize winner Gabriel Garcia Marquez passed away at his home in Mexico City, aged 87. He has been described as one of literature's all-time greats. Gabriel, affectionately known as Gabo, was mainly loved for his own brand of magical realism, which brought the charm of the contradictions and social struggles of Latin American life to the hearts of his readership all over the world. Likewise, American-car Ford Mustang was unveiled on 17th of April 1964, which was originally based on the platform of the second-generation compact car North American Ford Falcon. The Mustang is credited for inspiring the designs of other vehicles such as the Toyota Celica and Ford Capri, which were imported to the United States. Yet another glorious historical event that occurred on this day is the discovery of polio vaccine. The vaccine was officially unveiled on 17th of April 1962. Polio was once a disease that feared the worldwide population, striking suddenly and paralyzing mainly children for life. Since the Global Polio Eradication Initiative was launched in 1998, the number of polio cases worldwide has declined by more than 99.99%.
And that's all for the moment. Keep watching Kantipur Television HD for more news and entertainment. Thank you for watching. Have a good morning.